everybody. Welcome to Roll20Con 2020. This is 3 days of gaming for charity. I am Adriel Wilson of Ninth Level Games. I am one of the designers on the Excellence, which is the game we're going to be playing today. Now that I have introduced myself, I'm going to ask my lovely players to introduce themselves. They are all friends of mine, and I am so happy that they're here to play the Excellence with me this morning. Bug, do you mind starting?
Hi, I'm Bug. I've been running games for ninth level for like 15 years. I'm super excited to be a princess this morning and looking forward to the game.
Aaron, are you cool to go next? I've got you all in order on the top of my screen, so I was like, this works for me if it works for you guys.
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm a teacher living in Connecticut. I have been friends with Chris and Heather and Adriel from Ninth Level Games for a lot of years. And I recently jumped onto a project with Ninth Level as the education consultant for an RPG called Animals and Adventures. Very excited to be a princess this morning.
Jason?
Hello, I am Jason. I am a big fan of the ninth level games, and I have known Chris and Adriel and Heather and a Bug for a while now. I run kobolds at cons a lot for them, and it's a great time, and I am pumped to be a princess.
Yay! Misha?
Hi, I'm Misha B. Her. I've known Adriel and Chris and the gang for a little while. It's always fun to play princesses. And so this morning I get to be a werewolf princess because I'm having a bad hair day. Hats are useful.
True fact. So one of the things that I just want to mention at the start of our stream, and this is really important, is that Roll20 is supporting Code 2040 for donations, and this game is raising money for Code 2040. And the cool thing is that Roll20 is matching any donations given up to $50,000. So I'm really hoping that, you know, in our game that we contribute to that. And if the mods wouldn't mind putting our Tiltify link into chat, that would be amazing. Please and thank you. But if you don't know what Code 2040 is, their mission is to activate, connect, and mobilize the largest racial equity community in tech, because they're looking to dismantle the structural barriers that prevents the full participation and leadership of Black and Latinx people in the innovation economy. And that's something that, like, Roll20 feels very strongly about and Ninth Level feels very strongly about. So, like, please help if you can, and if you can't, that's okay. Just enjoy this game of the Excellence that we're gonna get started on right now. And I would be remiss in not telling you that the Excellence currently has a Kickstarter for the Excellence Diary. What the diary has is much like the main Excellence book, and you can get that on the Kickstarter too, including an awesome Roll20 pack, which you're going to see and you will get to purchase on that Kickstarter and then use in your Roll20 games. But the diary has 6 more very cool example princesses, like Hair Metal Princess in the main book, and space for you to draw and record 12 of your own princesses and an extra adventure. So I'm super psyched to get it because...
And really cool dice and a really cool dice counter. Cool stuff.
Yes, thank you, Misha. There are aluminum dice from Level Up Dice, oversized 25 millimeter resin dice from Level Up Dice, and they are specifically designed for the Excellence. So that leads us into the perfect segue to let you know that the Excellence is a polymorph game, and polymorph is a system from Ninth Level Games where every player only rolls 1 die. And what you are good at in the game is determined by the die you're rolling. So for example, in the excellence, we have 4 options. There's the magical D4, the brainy D6, the charming D8, and the tough D10. And what that basically means is those dice are more mechanically likely to succeed on the rolls that are sort of geared towards them. But we'll get to that as we go through character creation. So I'm going to put up on the Roll20 screen, hopefully if I'm doing it correctly. I do love this. Oh my gosh, there's a turtle. It's the best. Thank you, Jason. I know that was you. One of the cool things about Roll20 as a GM for me is that I can see everybody else's character sheet and they can see, like, I can sort of control whether I'm showing them everyone else's character sheet. So right now I've got Azura the werewolf up on the screen, and hopefully y'all can see that. So what we're going to do next is we're going to talk about character creation. So all of you are princesses, and you are princesses because Awesome World decided that you were the best at your thing. And it was like, oh, that person, I want them to come to Awesome World and protect and expand and nerd out about their thing that they love. So the key to creating your princess is thinking about, what is that specific thing that represents my princess? And I think everyone has their thing prepared. So if you're ready, and just wave your hand at me if you're not, I'd love it if you would tell me what your princesses' names are and what their thing is. And then we'll go into the rest of the details of character creation. Misha, would you mind starting, since I know you know the name of your princess?
Sure. I am Azura. Azura is the princess. Her name is werewolf, and like a nice werewolf, and she doesn't just randomly eat people or anything. It just happens once or twice.
Yeah, she can't help it.
Sometimes she's a little peckish, you know.
Yeah. Jason, how about you? Are you ready to introduce your princess?
Sure. I am a turtle kaiju princess. Their pronoun is they them, and they're basically a turtle that is loved by all children and likes to maybe stomp evildoers. And also they like to wrestle. And they're part of a tag team wrestling kaiju team.
And who is your tag team partner?
Why? I can't hear you, Bug.
It is the three-headed, the golden three-headed kaiju princess.
Nice.
And their pronouns are also they them. They used to be real bad, but they did a heel turn, and they are now partners with the turtle kaiju wrestling princess. And they fight evildoers together. Though sometimes I still want to eat children, but it's okay.
They do look delicious.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's good of you. Erin?
In a real 180 turn, I am Roan the Fondue Princess. Pronouns she, her, loves a party, loves socialization, and all sorts of cheesy, chocolatey, brothy goodness.
Awesome. Okay, so here is the important question. Now, there are 4 dice in the polymorph system, and typically we recommend that folks, differentiate, but it is totally okay if 2 or even 3 people want to be the same die type. If that happens, that might mean we might be a little weaker at some stuff, but that's okay because this is a cartoon adventure and we're going to make it work. So I have some questions for you, okay? How do you save the day? And there are 4 answers to this question. I'm going to read them all. And if one speaks to you, just say, I want that one. So, how do you save the day? Weird question. I mean, I have magic powers, like my cat talks. So that's the D4. And they're going to be better at rolls that are trying specifically to hit the crown, the top number of their dice, or relying a lot on their best beast friend, the 1 on the dice. How do you save the day? I read about this, and if that doesn't work, we can run. That's the D6, and the D6 is, along with the D8, sort of a good general choice, and they can do higher numbers and lower numbers, but they're not going to be as tough as the higher dice. How do you save the day? I talk my way out of problems, and I look good with this sword. That's the D8, the charming one. They're going to be better at those higher sword rolls. And don't worry if you're like, what's a sword roll? We're going to go into that when we open up our character sheets again. And then how do you save the day? I usually like punch the monster and defend the weak. That's the D10, the tough one. So are any of those speaking to any of you?
I'm the tough one. I have a turtle shell.
I am also the tough one.
All right. All right.
I was going to be a charming one.
Just tough ones?
Nothing but tough ones.
Honestly, like, if that's what you're feeling, I will make this game work, people.
I could also be the magical
one.
one.
I didn't go against type. I'm going for the brainy one.
All right. All right. So that means, Misha, you are the D6. Bug and Jason, you are the D10s. Aaron, what kind of princess would you like to be?
I would like to be a charming princess.
Nice. All right. So that is the D8. And one of the cool things that we can do is roll our dice right there in our game space. And the ways to do that are type /roll DX. So whatever your number is, like Aaron, you type /roll D8 and the system will roll that lovely 3-dimensional die on the screen for you. And so then we'll all get to see the results.
Can I try it out? I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, do it. Okay. So I'm going to put...
That's a good roll. Can I keep that for my first roll next time?
I'm going to put on our screen. Okay, so on the Roll20 screen, y'all should be seeing a giant character sheet. And what's on this character sheet are the target rolls when you are coming up against a test. So if I am having you face some taco tweens and they won't be talked out of, trash in the skate park, you're gonna need to maybe roll on books to convince them why painting the ramps with like really cool colors is a good idea, and then after that's done they can add their graffiti art, something like that. Okay, so on your character sheet are 6 different places to fill things in. There's your crown, your heart, your sword, your shoes, and your books. Your crown is a physical crown, so if you want to write a brief description of it in that box on your character sheet, feel free. But what your crown represents is your knowledge and connection with that thing that is yours. So Werewolf Princess knows a lot about, changing under the moon and how to find the best treats when you're running around in the woods and you don't have hands to pick berries, like that kind of thing. is covered by crown. Next is your heart. Your heart is the thing that drives you and inspires you to be a princess. It inspires you to be the protector of your thing. And we have a chart for that in the Excellence book, with stuff like courageous, cooperative, independent, thoughtful. So if there isn't a heart word that is speaking to you right now, that's okay. I can roll on this chart for you. So just let me know. Next will be your sword. Your sword, again, is a physical thing, but it is also, love that crown. It is also a representation of how you protect your thing. So a really great example of a sword is Maple Syrup Princess. Maple Syrup Princess's sword is a giant Swiss Army knife with all the accessories. Crafts Princess has 2 giant knitting needle swords that they carry on their back. We actually got, so cool, we got Crafts Princess art already. They are the princess that we're going to be putting on the
nice.
cover of the diary.
Nice.
So you should see them right now. Yeah, we love Crafts Princess. All right, so that's your sword. Next, you're going to be concerned with shoes. Now, shoes, unlike everything else in this game, which is pretty much like you tell me what it is and we roll with it together. Yeah.
I just figured I'd show. I don't think they're seeing what's on the. I don't think they're seeing what we're seeing as far as like the character sheets. So
got it. Okay.
I just figured I'd show them what that looks like.
Thank you. We will figure that out. And this is your shoes chart. So I'm gonna tell you what your shoes options are, and then you can put that in your character sheet. So shoes, very specifically, and everything can be talked into giving you advantage on your roll. And advantage means you roll your die twice, and if either success is a success, hooray, you succeed. If you have disadvantage, you roll your die twice, and both must succeed for you to succeed at that test. So with your shoes, these are things that are going to give you advantage. You can be barefoot for yoga and other chill activities. You can wear boots for woodsy stuff and off-roading, or like me, understand that boots are the only footwear, and why would I wear anything else ever? Dancing shoes for dancing, prancing, and showing off. Flats for getting things done. Heels for feeling strong and being tall. Sneakers for running, jumping, general sporting. And then opposed to sneakers, trainers, which are specifically for doing hip, cool things. And then, of course, slippers for being quiet and comfy. If there are any shoes where you're like, what was that shoes? Let me know, and I will repeat the shoe and its description.
I think Flying Turtle Kaiju Pro Wrestling Princess is going to go with trainers because they are hip with the kids. So.
Yes. All right. Okay, so we've got that. And
also, Flying Turtle Kaiju Princess's sword, if you care. I don't know if we're saying that now or if we're saving it.
Oh, I do care, and I'm going to have you all introduce.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
All right. Cool.
I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry.
excited.
I'm excited.
I'm also very excited to learn about the princesses you have all created. And then next on the list are books. Books represent the knowledge you have about your thing. And they should be very specific because they are books that you've probably taken out of the Awesome World library. You can keep it in your backpack, do whatever you want with it. Books are great. Heavy Metal Princess's book is called Breaking into the Music Business by Breaking Stuff. So I imagine a princess like Fondue Princess might have a recipe book, or, you know, a guide to using your in-table hot guy. I forget what those are called.
Hot pot?
Yes. When it's built into the table, like at the restaurant, and it's the best.
Dream. A real dream.
Yeah. We all want that. And then use the hot guy. Come on. He's right there in the table. And the very last thing on your character sheet, and thank you, Jason, I will hold this up for the camera, is your beast. Every princess, as we know from many, many princess-themed films, has an animal companion. And I say animal companion because in this game, they are your best beast friend. However, if your animal companion is a transforming tractor trailer, that is totes okay. So, put your animal companion's name or what it looks like, whatever you want in that box. Okay, so I think next, and y'all tell me where you're at in this process. If you're ready, I'm gonna have folks go through their character sheets, and I'm gonna try and show them on the screen, and hopefully that will work, and everyone else will see what y'all made. Does that sound all right? Cool. All right. Bug, I would like you to start, if you don't mind.
Okay. So again, the golden three-headed kaiju wrestling princess. Pronouns are they, them. They have the triple golden crown because they are three-headed. It's triple golden crown of crushed cars. Their heart word is bravado. Because they very if you ever watched wrestling, makes a lot of sense. They're very into themselves. So for sword, they have a folding chair, also gold. For shoes, I guess they're boots, but they have knee-high golden sequins boots.
Ooh,
come all the way up. And for their book, they have the big book of totally awesome wrestling moves. And their beast is a pile of towels. Because everything, wrestling ring, things get sweaty. You got like the towel person that gives towels. So,
yeah.
And towels are super useful. So it's like a sentient pile of towels that follows them around.
It's amazing.
I love it.
All right, who would like to introduce? Yeah, Aaron, do it.
Only because we have a connected beast friend situation. So Rowan the Fondue Princess has a crown made of cork. Her heart trait is hospitable. Her sword is obviously a giant fondue fork. There was no other option. She wears flats because she's got to zip around the house, getting things cleaned up, picked up, ready for the guests to arrive and make sure everything's like ready to go. She carries around a fondue recipe book called I Dip, You Dip, We Dip, Fondue for All Seasons. And her beast is a sentient piece of steel wool.
Yeah.
Also sentient material.
This is amazing.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right, Jason or Misha, which of you would like to go next?
Sure.
right.
So I am Azura, my crown is made of bone and kind of wired together into a crown. My heart word is trivia. So word is the claws. My shoes are evens, so they're easy to like slip off and be easier, but otherwise they're pretty rugged for walking around in the woods. Is Jeopardy questions. And my beast is Aruza, the werewolf Stuffy.
Nice. Right. Azura and Aruza. I like that. All right. Jason.
Hello. My princess is Flying Turtle Kaiju Pro Wrestling Princess. And their pronouns are they, them. They are the tough ones, so they use a D10. Their crown is like the pointy bit of like there's really tall skyscrapers. Just kind of like on like at the top, just on their head. Their heart is tenacious. Because they hang in there. Their sword is actually like a turtle shell shield that they use. They wear trainers because they are hip with the kids. The book they have is Channel Your Inner Blue Shell.
Nice.
Fantastic.
And their beast is actually an unhatched little like turtle egg that they call Shelbert, and it wears a little towel around the top, like their trainer, like it goes up the corner. It's like, come on, it squirts water in their mouth, except it doesn't have a hand, so it really just kind of wobbles. But it has
Nice. Awesome. These are some fantastic princesses. Sorry, go ahead, Bug.
I almost picked Tenacious also. So
yeah, I was like, ooh, like I did the exact same thing. I almost picked the one you picked, so it's great.
That's perfect for a tag team. You guys, you're gonna work together real well. Okay, so we have done our character creation, and now typically in an excellence game, we would create our adventure together. We'd talk about the big bad together, their lackeys, and what the shiny thing is, because every adventure needs a shiny thing. It's basically the thing that you want, but the thing that the big bad also wants. But because we're doing this for a stream and we don't have like an entire day to play the game, not that you would need it because this is a pretty easy game to get into and play through. I've already set this adventure up, but what I do want to talk about is, where do you all want to be when this adventure opens?
Do we want to be immediately post-match?
Yeah.
Party?
Heck yeah.
Yes.
After party.
All right.
Apple juice for everybody.
Yeah.
Roan, are you hosting this after party?
I would, yes, obviously, Rowan would, of course, host the after party. But can I be at Trader Joe's getting all the ingredients? Like, can I be grocery shopping?
Yes, you can.
I'm hosting the party,
you can.
but I'm still grocery shopping for the party.
As we have found
you.
What was that?
Are we helping you grocery shop? Are we doing like that supermarket sweep style, like
Oh,
running
100
around?
Yes, 100%. I want to be supermarket sweeping at Trader Joe's.
Okay, so we know where the adventure is opening. We know where we're gonna go first. Where would you like our adventure to end up? Like at the end of everything that you don't know what's coming, where do you want to be when you're done?
Eating fondue.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. All right. So we will open at, there's going to be the post-wrestling match, and Azura and Roan will be at the grocery store at Trader Joe's, specifically supermarket sweeping it. And we'll make sure that we end at the party. Okay, so a little housekeeping in terms of how the excellence work. When I, as the game mistress, is like, hey, I need you to test against something. Sometimes you'll have advantage, sometimes you'll have disadvantage. You are always welcome to be like, hey, I have advantage because of X, Y, or Z, and we'll talk that out. The main thing to keep in mind, if your roll succeeds, you narrate what that success means. If the roll fails, I narrate what that success means. Additionally, if the roll fails, y'all get a lesson token. And lesson tokens are a collective resource that you can call upon if you need it. So if you're like, oh, that roll failed, but you know what? I remember earlier when I plugged the wrong type of plug into the back of my fondue pot and it sparked and got too hot. So now I know which plug to actually plug in, and you can use that lesson token to override what's going on. The other key thing, because you are excellent princesses, you are also in a band together. And at any point, if you're like, hey, we've got a particularly tough challenge, you can do a montage where you talk about the song that you're going to play, the music video of that song, and how it gets you from point A to point B. And I super agree, Butt Prince, fondue electrical safety is a very important lesson. So with the montage, you all get to tell me like, hey, we're going to do a montage, and you can throw your lesson tokens into that because you do need at least one to have a montage. Sound good? Cool. Okay. So, Roan and Azura, you are supermarket sweeping at Trader Joe's when, does Arusa talk, Misha?
No, she's a stuffy, so she doesn't really say much of anything. She just kind of follows me around. She's
Okay.
on a little leash.
You turn around to see Azura, and she has a little a note tied with a ribbon around her neck.
I bend down and I'm kneeling, like pull the note off. Like, where did you get this even? Open it up to read.
All right, and the note says, "Hey, should have asked this before. Do you want your princesses to have a band name? Totally okay if you don't."
I'm cool with
Pile
the idea,
drivers.
but I don't know what the name is.
Okay, all
The
right.
pile drivers.
All right. If everyone's good with that, we'll go with the pile drivers. The note says, "Hey, pile drivers, just got word that the Sky Giant is gonna try and trash the Battle of the Band stage because he didn't get in this year. Can you help? Signed, Battle of the Bands management team."
I personally appreciate that they only communicate by notes tied to animal companions. It's
And
very
not
on brand for them. That's
text
how they
messages
very-
and
always
very-
phone
it's like-
calls.
How indeed?
Why would you
Yeah.
call?
right.
Yeah.
Send a text.
Text.
Something. Yeah, no. Send a note attached to my stuffy. Awesome. Totally expect this kind of communication from this team. Yeah, she like
Oh no.
shows the note to and I forgot Aaron's character's name already.
Ron.
Ron. Apparently we have to stop somebody from crashing the stage.
Oh. Look at my watch. I know that our friends will be heading to the house soon for the party, but I think we might have time to go and gather them first. I think if I just rearrange some things, if I reorganize our menu, I think we can definitely fit that in before we are set to start. I think we can do it. We should have her head to our princess compatriots and get their help to do this.
Absolutely.
We can rearrange enough things to make
we
it
can
happen.
get some of the pre-cut stuff instead of cutting it ourselves.
Right, I figure we could just get the pre-shredded stuff or like the little
Yeah, it'll streamline a
ends
little.
that like melt quickly. I think we can and we'll just have chocolate fondue next time. We'll just have the one.
Yeah.
Pre-sliced apples. I think we can make this happen. I think we can.
Totally. All right.
Apples are great with cheese or chocolate, so
right.
Everybody
Exactly.
wins.
Precisely.
All right. So, flying turtle kaiju princess and golden three-headed kaiju princess, are y'all in the locker room, like getting done after your match, or are you somewhere else in the wrestling venue?
I mean, I figure, we know we're going to the party and we're conscientious, party goers. So I would think that we're at least picking up like something for the party.
Yeah, you gotta bring a dip.
Like a dip, obviously some things to make into fondue for Fondue Princess.
Some kind of chips nobody else wants to eat. So
yeah,
host gets left with that bag.
Cool. So,
salt, vinegar, pickle, relish.
You just also happen to be at Trader Joe's. We just run into each other at the.
We're there picking stuff. Oh, what a coincidence!
Yeah. See you at the party later.
Yeah. You just now noticed us. You're bending down so we don't hit the ceiling. Very carefully going down the aisle so we're not crushing anything or anyone. Fancy to meet you here at Trader Joe's.
It's like one of those warehouse converted ones that's super tall ceilings.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you all meet up at the Trader Joe's. What do you want to do?
Oh, fancy meeting you here. I hold up the note they're gonna try to crash the party, the stage. So we gotta help stop them, but we gotta streamline a couple of things first, and then we're gonna go stop them real fast.
Oh man,
two of my three heads put on glasses to read the note.
One has excellent vision.
It's the one. 20, 20, 30, 20, 60, 20.
Yeah.
However that works, I don't know.
Great. All right, so, do you feel good about checking out from the Trader Joe's and packing your groceries into bags?
Yep, so I'm just gonna throw all the cheese and stuff in my cooler bag, throw in some ice, zip it up, good to go.
Cool.
It'll keep.
As you attempt to leave the Trader Joe's, you see out the clear glass doors just a mass of red fur. And you can't open the doors.
Uh-oh.
I knock on the doors. Excuse me, we'd like to get out, please.
How did I get in here?
You see the red fur start to turn, and then a giant red dog head just kind of looks in the doors, sniffs you, and then turns around and put what's clearly its butt right up against the door.
I don't know you well enough for this.
Clifford, this is not how we behave in this situation.
I'm gonna get Emily Elizabeth over here. Amazing. So I guess we gotta start trying to see if we can push the door open enough to wedge ourselves through.
Yeah, you could give that a shot.
So maybe our wrestling kaiju friends could give it a nice shove, a little body check into the door.
Heave-ho, as it were.
Yeah. So if you are gonna try and push the door, I'm gonna say that's a sword roll, and depending on how many of you want to try, you can all roll dice.
Yeah, roll dice.
Well, there's only one, and we're not heels, so we can't start out.
It's true. You can't
fighting
team them.
2 to 1.
It's
so until it goes real bad, and then the rules go out the window.
Yeah.
So, would you like to go first?
Oh, why? Thank you. All right, I'm gonna roll a d10.
I love this.
All right.
I got a 5.
Okay, so that is a successful sword roll. Could you please narrate for me how this all goes down when you're pushing the door?
So obviously there's a little bit of muscle to get it open just enough to do what I'm trying to do. However, before I start pushing, I go back into Trader Joe's real quick and I buy some dog treats. And then I come back out and then I just put my back against it and then I just enough so I can get like a dog treat out the door, and I'm like, here, I got a treat for you.
The giant red dog kind of like squinty eyes, gets its head real closer, sniffs the treats, and it just sort of and like it eats the entire package of treats that you have purchased, and then sits there like, got more? All
right, I'll open the door and give it some scritches. Oh, what a good dog.
Nice. You hear very faintly a very frustrated and sort of rainy, windy sounding, oh man. The dog sort of looks up and gets a little look on its face and trots off.
Somebody set this large red dog in our way, trying to keep us in Trader Joe's, which would normally not be terrible, but
I mean,
you do need a lot of calories to keep this.
It's true, yeah. It's true. Well, I wonder if we should follow that dog.
Yeah, okay. I'm in.
See.
Sure.
Yep.
Like grab a couple more bags of treats just in case.
Just in case.
Good call.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna run in and I'll grab the treats. I'm gonna grab some snacks and some water, just so like we have it on our adventure. We have no idea where this is going.
It's good to stay hydrated.
This is a big dog taking big steps. Yeah. We're no idea where this is going. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stock up on some things just to make sure we're all ready.
That's good. It's good to stay hydrated.
And of course, you already have your reusable grocery bags because.
I just had a couple extra totes, so I just filled those. I'm gonna drop some fondue stuff in the car and let's go.
Oh, life. Okay, so the dog starts trotting off down the road, and are you all driving in the same vehicle?
Yeah, we'll take Fondue Princess's car.
Excellent.
It's a roller skate.
We'll wait for her to come out, and we'll just all ride with her. That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
It really does feel like actual times I have had with Aaron in real life. Where we're just like, yep, I guess we're all getting in this car, and yep. All right,
the one driving anyway.
Shotgun.
Yep. Okay, so you are successfully following this giant red dog, and the dog stops at what seems like sort of off to the side of the road. You know those like dips that get vernal pools? So like it's sort of, there's some water maybe down there, but it's very foggy, and the dog just disappears into the foggy valley.
Ooh.
Puts on fog lights and windshield wipers. Just keeps going.
This is
why
you should keep your pets on leashes.
It really.
I'm only Elizabeth.
Trying to imagine a leash.
Yeah. Do you want to drive your car into the valley?
Yes, I'm gonna keep driving the car into the valley.
Okay. So as you drive I promise this is not secretly a horror RPG. Promise. As you drive into the foggy sort of valley, your car starts to just be like, and not, it sounds like it's getting full of water and it's not really, like, it's just not running well.
This is not a realm of expertise that Fondue Princess has or shares. This is what Business Princess is usually for. So, kind of
car trouble, eh? I'm not necessarily good at fixing things, but I may have a solution.
Okay.
So I will remove my single toe from the car, from the passenger side of the car where it's been, and gently close the door, and I shall lift the car.
Okay, so do you want to carry the car?
Yeah, I'll just carry the car.
Great.
I may have to ask Golden Three-Headed Kaiju Pro Wrestling Princess to get out. I don't know that I'll easily be able to carry her along with the rest of the car. I mean, I can definitely do it for a while, but we did just have a match, so.
Fine, I guess I can walk.
Okay. So, please, I think, like, this feels like a real expression of your kaiju-ness, Flying Turtle Kaiju Princess. So I would like you to give me a heart roll.
Okay. I will. I'll do it.
Ooh.
I'm going to use the buttons because I like the buttons.
Yeah. Yes, that is the other thing that I really like about Roll20 is that I can roll dice in multiple ways. I can type /roll_d number in the chat. I can use the bar on the left-hand side of the screen, sorry, left and right, not my favorite things, to select the die I want and how many of them I want to roll. So you rolled. What'd you get?
I got a 3. So my muscles are just too tired after the show to lift this car. After the match, my arms are like gigantic noodles. So
you just flew from the coast and boy, are your arms tired?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't use my arms to fly. I just pull them in and spin in a circle and shoot flames. But yes.
And are loved by children.
And are loved by us. Loved by all children. So I'll just this is embarrassing. Sorry.
All right. Friends, I have marked down that you have one lesson token.
All right.
Flying Kaiju Princess gently puts the car down and, explains that they can't carry it. So what are some other options?
Yeah. The lesson...
Pop the hood. Let me take a look. Maybe I can figure out something.
Can we
I have to help. I don't know anything about them, but my crowns are made of crushed cars. So if you need any parts, I have quite a few.
Awesome. All right. So nice. Azura, we're going to pop the hood for you and you're going to take a look. Do you want to give me since this is about knowledge and stuff, your books roll?
Yep. Sounds like a plan. So I'm going to roll a D6. I got a 5.
Nice. So, sorry, I didn't put your character sheet up on the screen. So with your 5, it is not a successful books roll. So I'm going to mark down one more lesson token for y'all. And Azura takes a look, but she can't see quite what's causing this issue. But honestly, if she'd had to guess, it might be the fact that the engine looks like it's covered in like just clouds. They're just cloudy bits sticking to the engine. Like if you put cotton candy on something warm and it like half melted onto it, it's just like that, but clouds.
Yep, you got a serious case of clouditis.
Can we like try to like pick them off or like wipe them off somehow?
You could certainly try. And to do that, let me actually open your character sheet and show it to everybody. I made this window too small, so not as fast as I would. There we go. So if you're going to try and pick them off, I'm going to say that's another books roll. Because again, you're like, this seems logical.
All right. So I'm going to roll my D8.
I would like to put out there that since there are all these car parts available to the two of them, perhaps there should be advantage on these rolls to mess with the engine.
That seems pretty reasonable to me. Let's Roan, you take advantage on this roll, and Azura, I will hold an advantage for you later since I didn't give it to you this time.
Sounds fair.
Write that down. All right. Fondue Princess. What? Sorry.
I rolled a 7.
7. Okay. So does not succeed. The clouds, even though when you touch them, like your hand just kind of goes through and it feels like if you put your hand into a cloud, if you could do that, it feels like wet and cloudy, but they won't really come off the engine because you can't get a hold on any of them. Off in the distance you hear and then you hear a wet voice just be like, "Oh, you had one job."
Like shake the dog treats box and see if Clifford comes back.
You hear the pattering sound of giant paws, and then you hear a voice say, "What now? Where are you going? Come back!" And moments later,
Here, Clifford.
the giant red dog reaches your vehicle.
Non-copyrighted giant red dog.
Look, to be clear, I based the giant red dog off of my tiny red dog, Yaskir. It did not even occur to me until the Zoom chat. I was like, oh yeah, there is a giant red dog in the world.
I'm an elementary school teacher.
I have kids.
Yeah, you all know.
Okay, so now Clifford, sorry, now giant red dog is back.
Yaskir.
Yes.
Yaskir.
Friend.
Giant red Yaskir is back, and treats.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give giant red dog some treats, but I'm gonna look to see if there's a leash attached to giant red dog that we could maybe like adhere to the car to pull us along. You know, come with a giant leash, right?
So giant
also,
red dog. Go ahead.
Did giant red dog come with a friend?
No.
Or is alone?
Giant red dog is alone.
Why
Giant
do
red
you need
dog
a wingman?
has a collar on, no leash, but there might be something in the car you could use as a leash.
What is on the collar?
The collar just says, "If lost, send to Sky."
Oh, well, that's easy.
Do I
Good.
do I think we're in the sky?
No, you're definitely on the ground.
What was the name of the person who was supposed to be crashing the party again?
Sky Giant.
Guy giant.
Well,
Now, Sky Giant has been in the Battle of the Bands before, right?
Yeah, like you as an awesome band, the Pile Drivers, have also been in the Battle of Bands many times, and you've definitely seen Sky Giant perform. He is a very large, giant cloud person. He's got like real cool cloud face and cloud hair, and like wears outfits made of all different types of clouds.
Plays wind instruments.
Yes.
Is it a ska band?
You know
Sky
that
Sky.
Sky Giant is just not that good. Like, honestly, they've let him into the Battle of Bands, but this year they put their foot down, and y'all can only assume that is because just isn't that great at performing.
You know, they probably just need a little bit of practice, or maybe they're trying to find like their you know, style.
Their niche.
Their own, their own style. So, you know what I think they really need to go with what they like. If they like those wind instruments and they like playing ska, but maybe some of the bands they haven't been with, you know, they've been with aren't like full ska bands. Maybe they need to lean into that and just go with the ska giant identity, right?
Yeah. Oh, what were you gonna say, Misha?
Right.
Oh, I was saying maybe they just need a better backup band. So maybe we let them play with us, and then they get to play, and then they aren't so cranky, and then we can just, you know, get to the party.
So, it seems like we have some potential solutions. So let's go ahead and cut the seatbelt out of the car seats. I guess I'll have that fixed another time. Attach it to Giant Red Dog, and let's just go for it.
What if
the extra one in the middle and the back that no one ever uses?
It usually pulls too tight anyway. No one really
it pulls too tight.
Yeah.
So
I think you should be wearing the seatbelt even in the back seat.
No, it's the middle one, because it's the middle four. It's the fifth one.
No, wear your seatbelt in every seat.
Yes, but nobody's sitting in 5.
Yeah, nobody's sitting.
Yes, they are.
Who's sitting in 5?
I have enough friends.
I'll put it fixed for the next time I need 5 people in my car. Like the next time I'm going to mom friend for 5, then I'll have it
Not
fixed.
since like this whole pandemic thing, we don't cram 5 people in a car. But like before that, like
what about the animate
we
pile
always
of
had
towels?
5 people in the car.
The
pile of towels also wears a seatbelt.
Yeah, they might.
What
need
if
that
we
seatbelt
just leave the car for a minute and we just like
ride the
call
dog,
a tow
right?
truck because
steer.
we have phones, and then like Flying Turtle Kaiju Princess and I, like, we just carry you guys and nothing face your car.
That could work.
Well, I mean, if you want to go the easy way.
We'll follow.
Where are your seatbelts?
Yes, here on this collar.
So I'm like mid cutting into the seatbelt of my Fondue Princess sword. And I'm like, I guess I'll just stop now.
Okay, so.
But the car's where all the snacks are.
You gotta keep the snacks safe. There is gonna be a fondue party today. Or
there's still the cooler bags. It's fine. They'll be okay here for a while.
If let me just present an idea here. If we do want to take the car but not lose any seatbelts, don't we have an animate pile of towels that perhaps could do the job
of a
leash?
As
the seatbelt?
No, of tying the car to the dog if we want to take the car with us.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
I understand not leaving snacks behind. Don't
You really need the car. Just go on foot.
Yeah, also the car. Yeah, we can just go on foot.
All right. Is that how you are proceeding?
I think we're just gonna walk it.
Yeah, okay, all right. So you notice that the giant red dog, not seeing any more treats, and its ears sort of perk up, and you can't hear it, but you're pretty sure it's hearing a whistle, and the dog starts to trot off, but at kind of a leisurely pace. It's taking its time, sniffing a lot of trees, sniffing a lot of bushes. How are we on donations? If we could put that in Roll20 chat, I don't know, and drop our Tiltify link back in there, because I would love it if we could get code 2040.
Not code 420.
Our max for this game was set at 100, but if we could do more than that, that'd be so cool, because Roll20 is matching every donation up to $50,000. Like, what?
Looks like we're at $45.
Woohoo! All right.
We're getting there.
We can do this. Thank you, Misha. Okay, so you're following this dog as it meanders, And you see that, like, sort of up ahead of you through the mist, you see something that looks like cloudy but more solid than the mist that you've been traveling through. And as you get closer, it looks like it might be a set of stairs. The giant red dog goes up to the stairs, sniffs them, walks up them, looks up, looks down, doesn't hear anything, trots off into the woods.
Was that a Freudian slip? Because you said snares. Is this a trap?
It could all be a trap.
A trap.
But it's probably not a trap because I don't tend to think of traps. I tend to think of who's a big bad that we could
believe that about you.
Defeat by showing love and friendship. Yeah, of course, Bug. Look at me. I'm just like, it's all about love and friendship. Okay, so what do you want to do next?
I want to go up the stairs, but so the dog is going into the woods, not up the stairs, correct?
Correct. It looks like the dog was just kind of like, nobody's here to tell me what to do. I'm gonna go do what I want.
I'm my own boss.
I'm a big dog.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
I have agency and will do what I want. Thank you.
If I were a different princess, I would be following the dog. If I were the same princess I was last time I played the Excellence, and I was large dog princess. However,
or Jason princess.
We all have our inner princesses.
So I, yes, Flying Turtle Kaiju Pro Wrestling Princess will go up the stairs, or would like to put forward that we go up the stairs as a group.
Y'all on board with that?
Sure.
Do it.
Okay.
Bin.
So you go up the stairs, and as you get pretty high up in the sky, but to be clear, these stairs are a nice height, they're easy to climb, and they're wide enough that you don't feel like you're gonna fall off the side into an abyss and
For
die
all
horribly.
of us, somehow.
Yes, all of you saw. It's like the stairs can sort of tell how large the kaiju princesses are, and expanded to reach their width. So, okay, so you get to the top of the stairs, and at the top of the stairs is a pretty nice looking cloud house. It's not like super fancy or mansion sized, but it looks like a really solid cloud house. Like, you know, if you were a big cloud sky giant, you would be very comfortable in this house.
Oh, good.
There's a doorbell and there is a knocker.
Knocker.
I would have picked the bell, but okay.
The knocker
Answer is
doesn't make a sound. It just goes poof, poof, against the cloud door.
For the
I
bell.
love it.
So you ring the bell, and there's some nice little chimes. They sound like wind chimes, and the door swings open, and you see before you Sky Giant, this giant who you've seen perform before. You probably talked to him in passing, but like you don't really know him. What are y'all doing here?
What's his name?
Sky Giant.
Hey, we found your dog and then we let it go in the woods.
Ugh. He's just not listening to me today. Also, how did you get here? I take great pains to keep the entrance to my awesome house hidden.
Followed your
There's
dog.
some stairs that your dog led us to, and we just sort of used them.
Yeah. We brought snacks though. Would you like
Yeah, we
some?
do have snacks.
Yeah, we do have snacks.
And there's more in the car.
That's back there.
We couldn't bring the crop snacks.
I have a really busy day. I am doing some stuff, and then I've got some other stuff to do, and it's very important stuff. So, like, unless you've got a good reason to be here, can you hit the bricks?
What if we were here? What if we told you we were here to help you with some of that stuff?
Duh.
wanna destroy the Battle of the Band stage with me?
That's not
Actually,
very
that
nice.
could be fun. But hear me out.
Yeah.
What if you played with us instead?
I really like breaking things.
I do like destroying.
Wait, I'm a solo artist. I don't know. Like, what? I haven't like listened to any of your albums. Like, sorry,
That's
but
fair. I haven't either.
what kind of music do you play?
We're kind of a funk punk post polka grunge ska rock band.
I play
I think the
18 string
genre is
guitar.
called eclectic.
Yeah, you golden three-headed kaiju princess. You said you played an 18-string guitar?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
do
only
you
know 3
play?
chords though.
What do you play,
Well, you can only play
Werewolf?
3 of them.
Oh, I'm totally the drummer.
Oh, and what about you? You look like you like dipping things. What about you, Dippy Princess?
I guess I mostly just sort of sing along. I play some things if they like really need me to, but I'm not the best, so I just sort of sing along. I'm mostly just here to feed everyone. I'm going to be perfectly honest. They're very generous to let me be in the band, but I'm mostly just here as a very specific role.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. You play an excellent tambourine.
Okay, I do play a great. You're right. You know what? I have fine rhythm. I do play an excellent tambourine.
There you go.
That's a good
what I
point.
was gonna say.
Always taking care of my heart. Thank you.
What do you play, flying giant turtle?
I'm percussion.
What? You have 3 people doing rhythm stuff and 1 person playing guitar? You do need me.
Yeah, I mean, we really could use
Really
like
too.
I don't know, like a horn section or something.
Horns, yeah. I can play any wind instrument, but my favorite is the tuba. Do you want to hear my tuba?
Yes.
I
100%.
absolutely want to hear it.
None of these are
Yeah,
wind
heck
instruments.
yeah.
Sky Giant doesn't know.
It's a brass.
Adriel doesn't
It uses
remember.
wind.
You use
It
wind
uses
from your
wind.
breath to play
Yeah,
it. You're
it
going
uses
with it.
wind and the
Exactly.
vibrations.
You
Also
do what
from,
you
like,
want.
lips.
Listen, I
Wind
don't.
brass instrument.
Yeah.
Like anything you want.
Sky Giant doesn't want to be sucking on a reed all day, getting it ready to play his clarinet.
There.
Okay,
Feels.
so Sky Giant invites you into his house. Would you like to go in now, or would you like to do anything else before you go inside?
Put on a mask?
Yeah, I to be clear, is this
3
set
masks.
right now, or is this set in an awesome world where that is not necessary?
This is set in an awesome world where that is not necessary.
Thank
Okay.
goodness. All right.
Because
Well, I
in
do
an
put
awesome
on.
world, everyone takes care of everyone else and does the right thing to make sure that everyone has what they need. So,
So
yeah.
I do what I do whenever I enter someone's home, and I put on a mask, but it's not the kind that covers this part. It's like a wrestling mask.
Adriel's one of the knitted ones.
It's like
Yeah.
a blue demon, but like mine are all golden and sequins.
Yeah, and mine are all like green
Damn.
and flamey.
Nice. Okay. So, Sky Giant gives you a tour of the house because while he is clearly a disaffected musician, he does like to be polite. So he takes you on a tour, and then he takes you to his pride and joy, his basement jam space, which is filled with every instrument that someone can use their mouth to play. the broader definition of wind
A wind
instruments.
Does he have one of those like contrabass tubas that is like
sousaphone?
even in comparison to him, it's like super gigantic.
Or it's like a sousaphone. You have to wear it to play it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It needs like a stand. It needs supports.
It's got its own little set of wheels, so that if you're in a
Yeah.
marching band with it, you can like walk.
All right, princesses. If I'm gonna join your band and get you to the top of Battle of the Bands, which is totally why they left me out this year, because they knew that I was gonna win.
Clearly.
Let's hear what you got. And Sky Giant steps back, and it seems like he is expecting you
Sweet.
to make some music happen.
All right, I will take. I bring out my my shell shield and pop it down, and little legs pop out, and a couple extra shells pop out for the drums.
Okay. All right. Tell me, this is going
It's
to
a triangle.
be. Yes, this is going to be our montage. Because we are coming in on the time limit of this game, and so I'm going to make the game mistress decision to say that you're going to play your montage and use your lesson tokens, and if it all goes well, maybe you'll succeed. So, if each person could tell me, and take a minute or two if you want to discuss in chat, like where you want to be in the montage, but you're going to tell me about your music video, the instrument you're playing, and what kind of effects it has. And then the four of you are going to tell me what your song is called.
In the chat.
Yeah, and the Zoom chat. And while that's happening, I am going to remind folks that Roll20 is giving away a Burn Bright adventure, and this adventure sounds really cool from the description, and I'm kind of want to win it myself, but it's okay. I know that's not cool. That's cheating. Don't cheat. But to enter the contest, please put your the Octothorpe, the pound sign with excellent after it, and you will be automatically entered into the drawing.
That's my next character's name. I'm going to be Octothorpe Princess.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, names of things in the morning. That's difficult at regular times of the day. All right, cool. All right, so I see this is beautiful. What is happening in our chat? I cannot wait for you all to hear about this montage. Okay. All right. So, do you think you're ready to start describing your instruments? Okay, we've already hit Andrew YK in chat. It's getting out of hand. Okay. Who would like to begin the musical montage?
Yeah, sure. So, you don't know where she pulls. You know what? She opens Aruza the stuffy and pulls out a bass. You don't know how a bass fit in this little tiny stuffy, but it works, okay? It just happens. She zips her back up. It's fine. It just starts playing.
Yeah.
Great bass line going.
Yeah.
Looks to Flying Kaiju Turtle Princess.
I would like to note that while the drums are kaiju size, the triangle is a normal size triangle.
Just sort of tap it with your turtle
I have a
nail.
very tiny little metal thing.
Yeah.
I didn't come prepared with my tambourine, so I've put some change in a napkin loosely, and I'm shaking it like a maraca.
Yes.
That's what made me lose it, by the way.
the maraca situation.
Yeah, it's totally awesome.
Also put out some hummus and pita chips for the post-set spread after, obviously. Shaking the pita chip bag is my other maraca.
Nice.
That'll probably bring the dog back.
Yes.
I spend a great deal of time uncomfortably reaching around into my towel beast and pull out my 18-string guitar.
Yes. Yes. Are the towels perpetually damp with sweat?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Because they're for my sweat. I'm very sweaty.
Right. You're right. Okay.
I'm always sweaty. I need three sweaty heads.
Three sweaty heads. Also another good song name.
Yes.
One of those is playing a harmonica, though, right? Like.
Yeah.
But I don't have that many arms.
Yeah.
You have
Two arms.
Do you have zero arms?
And contraption that holds your
Correct.
arm.
Yeah. You can have
Zero
like,
arms.
the thingy.
Yeah.
So I sing a beautiful harmony.
Three-party then.
Excellent. We play our biggest hit, which is Beyblade's Party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beyblade's Party. All party songs are valid.
Yes.
You are playing so awesomely that even Sky Giant loses the disaffected look on his face and is like, okay. As the song ends, the door opens and in comes the giant red dog looking for those chips it heard shaking. And Sky Giant's just like, oh, yes, Gare. You can't have chips. They're not good for you.
I already gave him a couple.
So if I played with y'all, what would you want me to play?
What makes your heart happiest?
Wind chimes.
Then that's the answer.
That's the answer. I can totally see how that would work.
We dig percussion.
We love a percussion.
Love it.
I mean, like, probably the Pile Driver's music is like some of the most danceable music in Awesome World because of the amount of percussion.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Okay, so Sky Giant starts excitedly engaging, as excited as Sky Giant gets, engaging y'all in conversation about what song you should play, and the chips and the hummus go pretty quickly. What could we do about that?
I think we may need, we could take a trip to the car, I guess, or we could whip something up.
Well,
or we could just bring it all here and have the party here.
Realistically, how are we going to get back to my place in time for me to set it all up? Do we just can we ask Cloud? Can we ask him to, if it's okay, would you host our party here?
Yeah, if he's cool with it.
Yeah, actually, that would be really cool. I haven't been to a party in a really long time, and
and we could fun. Toss around some song ideas and stuff, and
we could totally jam while we're trying to figure this
out.
Yes. All right, so Sky Giant makes it very easy for you. He asks where your car is, and he's like, I'll go pick it up. He literally comes back carrying the car, puts it in the Cloud driveway that's next to the house, and is like, I'll help you get it back down later. Did you all have more people coming to the party? Or
we did. We usually have some of our nicer fans come, so we could just let them know.
We could you the webpage with the tree, the phone tree. That's the word I was
Yeah, we'll just bark at them.
Or we if Cloud Giant is up for it, maybe they could get that message out sooner. I wouldn't mind having more people if everybody else is okay with it. Especially if we're going to jam, maybe it would help get the word out. Maybe somebody could do some skywriting to.
So, Sky Giant leads you out to his yard, and he's like, check this out. And he just kind of reaches up and starts writing in the sky with his giant cloud finger. Party at my house now! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And guests start to show up. You all have an awesome party with fondue. And you know what? It turns out that in his pantry, Sky Giant has an extra fondue pot he hasn't used for a while.
Perfect.
And he's got a stock of chocolate.
We get to have both fondues.
Yeah.
Woo.
Nice.
And that is the end of our adventure with you all partying with your new band member in his cloud house.
Yay.
Thank you so much
So
for
fun.
playing, everybody.
Thank you.
This
I'm
is
glad we made a friend with Ska Giant.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ska Giant.
You might get like a cloud tattoo that just says Ska.
ABS, always be skanking.
Yeah. So there are a couple things I want to do at the end of this. One is to remind folks that you can sign up for free game demos all weekend at Roll20Con.net. Click the game you're interested in, and it will take you to the game listings for that publisher. So they've got Burn Bright, Call of Cthulhu, Alice is Missing, Kids on Bikes, Thirsty Sword Lesbians, which like best game and is also on Kickstarter right now, and more from Evil Hat, more games from their catalog, Hunters Entertainment, and Free League Publishing. So if that's a thing you're into, please join those games. But as we, transition out of our awesome party in a cloud house, which now I really want to go to, are there places on the internet, and it's totally okay if there aren't, that you all would like people to find you at? Again, totally okay if there are not.
Sure.
Oh.
So you can find me on Twitter at BG Gameworks. It stands for Black Girl Gameworks, which is my website. You can also find us at More Seats at the Table, which is a bi-weekly newsletter that supports and boosts games by gender marginalized authors and writers. And you can sign up. That's the More Seats RPG is the Twitter handle, and you can find where to sign up for the newsletter and where to support the newsletter and where to submit your games for the newsletter, and probably links to some of the back issues. So that's me.
Thank you.
Pretty much all of my stuff is under the Bomber Bug, like Bomber BOMBERBUG, the Bomber Bug. My Instagram, I post all of my art. And my Twitter is mostly me yelling at local politicians for being terrible and racist. So it's not necessarily interesting, especially if you're not from Columbus, but it's real angry. So there's that. You can follow either one, obviously. If you're not local, I don't know how interesting the one is, but it's good, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Bomber Bug.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the Bomber Bug, for Instagram at least, is art. So
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that you were an artist, because if you didn't, I was gonna say it for you. Sorry.
I think it's just the Bomber Bug. It's either the Bomber Bug or the Bomber Bug Productions. I don't know.
I think it's the Bomber Bug, because I definitely follow you.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Cool. Jason or Aaron, again, totes okay if you're like, nope, what I said at the beginning is great, and I'll start spieling about 9th level stuff.
I mean, I can go. Yeah, on Twitter, I'm not super active on anything that much, but I'm probably most active on Twitter, where I am Luftwaffle. But mostly, I mean, I don't do anything that is very like facing for people to get into. However, I will, if I may, plug my wife.
Yeah.
Sure, please do.
Who is at Cameron Hurley, Cameron with a K. She writes a bunch of good stuff. She's got a great Patreon where she does a short story every month. And
I didn't know that. I want
yeah,
that.
she does all. And if you like this, you'll probably, it's a little more adult than this, but it is, it's a little more non-PG-13. But she does do a lot of like genderqueer and non-binary stuff, and fantasy and sci-fi, and weird like bio kind of. I don't know if I want to say horror because it's not really made to be horror, but it definitely like can take place in some weird like bio weirdness background stuff. But anyway, she's great. I obviously like her, and you should check her out. You can also see her stuff at CameronHurley.com, I believe.
It's good. It's really good.
It is. I would describe it as like biological sci-fi maybe for some of her work, but every book I've read of hers has been so good. So if you're like a sci-fi person or
her first series was I think described as bug punk. So if you like the put a word in front of punk as a genre, it is like a bug style technology, etc., etc.
Yeah. Erin, how are you feeling?
I don't have a particularly interesting internet presence. You're welcome to follow me on Twitter. It's egilbs. I mostly just tweet about things that I'm watching. My most recent thread would have been I rewatched the Lost series and regretted almost every minute of it.
I never watched it the first time.
My profile though, because there were a lot of tweets. Other than that, I don't have a particularly online presence. I'm going to default to Adriel and keep an eye out for Animals and Adventures, which I am working on.
Please. So just for the folks at home, at Slapey has won the drawing for the Burn Bright Adventure. Congratulations at Slapey. I think I'm saying it right. If I'm not, I apologize. Animals and Adventures is also going to be a polymorph game, and it is geared towards children or folks who are at a cognitive age level of, what would you say the cognitive age level is?
Oh god, I have it written down somewhere. Like between like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that era.
And it's meant to help, especially like kids who are in therapy or like in education spaces, and it's gonna be awesome. And it will be much like the Princess vibe. But right now, Ninth Level Games has a Kickstarter running for the Excellence Princess Diary. You can see the cover of the diary on the screen. The diary is going to give you more example princesses, another adventure, and it's going to give you space to record your own princesses. And like, I'm super psyched about that. Like, I just want to see the princesses that people make, and I hope that when they get the diary, they're gonna post them all over social media so that I can be like, oh, look at that princess and look at that princess. And we also have in the Kickstarter awesome dice and a flower token counter by Level Up Dice. Like, when we started talking to them about this and they were like, and we can also make you a counter, we were like, oh. And everything is brightly colored and awesome. And if you back at the right level, you're going to get a little zippy pouch that has room in it for your excellence book, your excellence diary, your dice, and some like writing utensils. It's my favorite way to carry RPGs. So like when we started talking about this, I was like, yes, we need a pouch. We need a pouch so that everybody can put everything they need for their game in their pouch. And of course, the Roll20 pack, which comes with the compendium for the game. It comes with the character sheets, and you get to do that fun stuff where you get to move the stickers around on the screen and draw on it and just have a grand old time with yourself and your friends playing the game with you. It's pretty awesome, and it feels great to connect in a space like Roll20 in this way, because if we can't be together physically, it feels nice to be engaging in the same space that we all have an effect on. And please don't forget that all of this weekend is in support of Code 2040. And that is a really important organization. And we love it if you support them and do it this weekend, because Roll20 is matching your donations.
Do it.
Dollar for dollar.
And we are up to $95 in the
Oh,
donation space so far.
Yes!
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you!
$5 away from hitting the goal.
$5.
So like, come on, go, my
Okay.
minions, go!
Dear God in heaven, $5.
When you all were smaller than you are now, younger, did you ever think that you would be doing like the PBS style, like, let's get donations, but like for stuff that is game related and fun in this different way?
I hoped
Yeah.
so. I hoped so. I mean, I didn't know. I don't know that when I was very little and I watched a lot of PBS before I took a little break and then I watched even more PBS. That I don't know that I was aware that this was, you know, a thing that could even happen for this sort of thing. So, but yeah, I was like, that would be kind of cool to take donations for shows I like or something. A good cause, that would be neat.
Yeah, as
that's
a
how I
person who
talked when
actually
I was young.
listens to the NPR pledge drives, because
Yeah.
I'm too much of a slacker to change channel mostly, it's a thing I'm used to. So yeah, I appreciate that there are things that you can do for causes that you like and you want to support and, you know, get people behind.
Yeah, it feels nice. Yeah. I like that. I like doing a thing that I enjoy that also has the benefit of helping other people.
And if it's an opportunity to dress up, so much the better.
Right? Yes. Agreed. Yes, tabletop Santa. It was like I just watched Bug just get smaller and smaller. It was awesome. I'm sure they'll be back before we go. So like, what? Tell me, if you don't mind, like, what were some parts of today's game that especially stood out as like working really well or not working in a way that you wanted it to?
I'd love to chime in.
Yeah.
I think that one thing that's really important about polymorph games in general, or I think this game or a game like Animals Adventures that I'm working on, is they're like really accessible for people who don't play a lot of RPGs. Like, I don't play a lot of crunchy RPGs. I'm not a D&D person. I'm not any of that kind of person. So the fact that I can sit down and feel totally whelmed, not overwhelmed, about like making a character and starting an adventure with people I've never met before and feeling totally confident and comfortable doing it. I do have like a vague LARPing background, whatever, but I think that the fact that I don't have to like know what dice do what and know what the numbers mean and have to like really talk myself through my entire playing experience, I think is really great. Because this is one of, I think, 3 RPGs I've played in total, one of them being Animals Adventures, which I obviously have to play a lot. And the fact that like I totally stepped into this being like, yep, I don't know a lot about it, but I'm going to learn as we go. And it's just totally fun to play and really accessible. So if you're new to RPGs, if you're interested in exploring them, this is a really great system to step into and a really fun game to sort of, you know, start to explore that.
Thanks, Aaron.
I mean, the adventure today specifically was, you know, I think it's good that, you know, one of the things I like about this game and games like it where it kind of lets you all build the world together. I mean, even though we didn't specifically build the adventure together, you know, it's not going to be super picky about, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. You know, it's like, you can try and do anything you want. You can, you know, you can all kind of, you know, work off of each other. And I mean, you can do that in any game system, but this one, you know, helps like focus on that. It focuses on more just telling a fun story and having a good time than it does on knowing a ton of rules. Again, you roll one die, you look at your sheet. Did I roll that? Yes, good.
Nice.
And then other than that, you pretty much just do stuff that would be fun for your character. So
Yeah.
I enjoy that about this game in general. I don't know.
Yeah,
What
I
were
mean,
you
the fact
gonna
that
say,
it can stretch to accommodate like your Fondue Princess and your kaijus and a werewolf and but they also actually work within the same realm is always fun. It's kind of neat to do. So it's really fun to do, especially with little kids who will then bring like, okay, if I'm playing with both my kids and like, you know, you'll have one that's like super My Hero Academia punk, and then you've got a Pokemon, and you're trying to bring these two things together, and it's like, okay, I can work with this in this system where a lot of systems can't necessarily do that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Tabletop Santa. If there is a MagFest next year and we are at it together, yes, we can play the excellence. So we'll find each other. I don't know how, but we'll do it. So I think we only have 3 minutes left. If I'm sure the mods will correct me if I'm wrong.
We've hit our goal, by the way, on Tiltify.
Rick! Sorry, what did you say, Misha?
I said we've hit our goal on Tiltify.
Yay! Thank you! Yay! Thank you so much for checking that, Misha, and thank you everyone for letting us hit our goal. That's really freaking awesome. All right, so I think this is it, and I do know you, Rick, and yes, we will play. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I think we're gonna shut down our Zoom, which is what we're streaming from now, and especially thank you so much to Misha and Aaron and Bug and Jason for playing with me this morning. Like, you're all the best, and every time I get to play a game with you is a good time. So
Thank
I love
you for running,
Thanks for
Gabriel.
inviting
I
us.
love it
Thanks for
every time
inviting.
too.
So fun. Thanks, everyone.